Hey, how you doing, guys? This is Richie. Punisher, Red Band, number 3. All right, let's get right into it. I like this series better than Panosian's series, I believe. I really do. I thought it would be the opposite way around, but this seems more, I don't know, I like it better. Benjamin Piercy, Julius Ota, whoever that is, Yen Nitro is the colorist. Marco Cicchita did a cover, blah, blah, blah. All right, so here we are. Remember last issue with the guy in the truck trying to run him down? So he blows his brains out with a rifle. It doesn't feel good to kill. It doesn't feel bad either. So typical Punisher monologue. Feels necessary, feels like breathing. Driver's dead, Punisher's not finished. The container is what matters. So he gets into the container and he says to himself, not everybody in there is a victim. And this giant oaf comes blasting out. And him and the Punisher are going at it. Good fight scene. I like those hands. Think you're some kind of hero. That's it. No, he says. And he jabs his thumbs into his neck. And you gotta have good hand strength to pull that off. So he tears his throat apart. And he says, I'm not a hero. Look at that. Red Band, huh? Even Red Band, it's not, it's grotesque, but nothing crazy to me anyway. So there's a whole bunch of women in there. Now, don't forget, Frank has something in his head where the Kingpin's watching him, controlling him. He says, you can hurt them too. Whoever they used to be, now they're just prostitutes. It would actually send a good message to anyone involved in depravity. It's the Kingpin talking. Stay civil, contribute to the greater good of this city, or be punished. So, in this series, I'm wondering what his that's odd to me. Where he's taking on more of a Punisher way of thinking than a Kingpin of crime way of thinking, but who knows what his plan is. He couldn't hear the command, he could feel it. So he starts tearing at the back of his skull. And he's digging in there. And the women are like, are you okay? I'm not safe, he tells them. And he looks like a crazy maniac. And he just tells him, go, you're free. But I'm not. And there's the Punisher outfit. Very John Romita Jr. looking. With those beefy boots and gloves. So, now we shoot over to see what Tombstone's doing. Now, Tombstone's got him tied to a table. And the old lady where Frank had took the car from, Tombstone shows up over there now. And this poor old lady's having to go through this. And he says, Detective Fishback here is going to lose his hand next. So he chopped off his fingers as he's got him tied down by the throat. And what did he do? They killed the cat or the dog. And maybe I'll go for his toes or his balls, he tells her. And it will be your fault. All you have to do to stop this is tell me. Tell me about the man you found on the shore. Boom, he chops off more fingers. No, he chopped off his whole hand. He never gave me his name, she's telling him. Did he have tattoos or a tracksuit maybe, or a demon mask? So he thinks he might be Mr. Negative? Who would have tattoos? I don't know. Was he white, black, Asian? Was he dressed like a clown? What? He was white, he was big, he had black hair, I don't know. Oh, now he's grabbing her up. I have lost a great deal of money, and I have lost some very good men, and I am owed a debt. And she says, a skull. He wore a skull. And she said, what? And right away, Tombstone's like, what? So, here are the cops. He was a bad man. He never laid a finger on me, she says. And the cops find her with her head almost decapitated. But he scared me worse than you, what the old lady was saying to Tombstone. Poor lady. So Kingpin's talking to Micro. Remember, Micro's tied up to a machine. He's got the eye socket things, these clockwork orange things going on. I'd find that disturbing to even look at. And he's saying, Mr. Fisk, no machine can run continuously without repair. You need to let him rest. And he's trying to convince him to shut it down, just to let things cool off. The criminal networks are all about to go to war against each other. So he's setting everybody up against each other, typical Kingpin. But he says, I see your point. So he unlocks him. Have your rest. I don't want to run my thoroughbreds into the ground. And as soon as he's out of the room, he's back on the computer. Microchip. Frank doesn't know why he's here, but the feeling is gone, like he's grabbed hold of a live wire. Like his muscles are working outside his control. He doesn't know his name, but he understands that the scanner will let him in. So Frank is going back to one of his hideouts. You were being wasted in Weird World when you needed in our world. I've stolen you back here for a simple reason. Purge. If we promise to punish the wicked, then to be fair, we also must punish ourselves. We'll hurt the city, we'll heal. So he was thinking that's how he got the chip in his head that's controlling him. So if a memory of it is one seen through the wrong end of a scope, far away, warped. But this he can see clearly. And it's like walking around inside his own skull. So look at all the weapons. That's his stash. The air smells of dust and gun oil. There's his dog tags. His name is on the dog tags. He sees that. The morgue can't keep up. So the cops are trying to figure out what's going on. And they got footage of the Punisher in action. I think we have to assume the worst. The Punisher is back. Blah, blah, blah. Things that have been nuts lately, eh? So, what are these guys? These guys are workers. Are these guys cops or workers? They're ambulance drivers. He gets inside the van and there's a bomb. And they're like, whoa, what's going on here? And then you see coming from the back seat the skull. He says, I don't want to hurt you, but I don't have much time, and neither do you. I'll disarm the bomb just as soon as you do me a favor. I need you to cut something out of my effing brain. It's just what you want. The ambulance drivers to perform surgery, brain surgery. Next up, trash night. Another good one. It's Punisher, typical Punisher. If you're a Punisher fan, you'll enjoy it. All right. So, appreciate you guys checking this out, and I'll see you on the next one.